So welcome to this unboxing of the Canon Legria HF-G25, also known in the US and possibly elsewhere, I believe, as the Vixia HF-G20. They are in fact pretty much the same camera, except this being the PAL version, it shoots at 25 frames per second, 50 interlaced fields, compared with the US one, 30 and 60. But to all intents and purposes, exactly the same camera. Not much to show you on the box itself. I mean, it's a box, so we don't really need to see a lot of that. The important stuff is inside, so let's crack on with opening that up. If I could, a little bit stiff there. Okay, what have we got here? That's all one piece of cardboard. So, the usual plethora of manuals, some software which I probably won't use. That is a UK 3-prong power cable. And here, a couple of manuals, quick start guides. My idea of quick start is to plug it in and play with it, but perhaps I'll read that later. That appears to be the instruction manual in French, German, Italian, and possibly Russian. I'm not entirely sure what that one is, but there you go. Those bits in the top as usual. Nothing else in here. So we unbox and get to all the really interesting stuff. I will, of course, leave the camcorder itself to last. That is a mains cable for, I don't know, possibly US, not entirely sure. 2-prong cable, what's that for? Don't know, another country, not the UK anyway, so that's fine. This is the rather smart little lens hood that fits on the front of the camera with its rather neat little flappy opening lens shade feature, which I'll come to in a minute. An improvement on the old Vixia Legria HF-G10, which was the previous model, which had simply a cap you took off and then could easily lose. Supplied battery. This is, as is so often the case with camcorder manufacturers, possibly the smallest battery you could ever get. It'll probably give you, I'm guessing here, I don't know, half an hour recording, an hour. They last longer on the solid state cameras than they used to on the old tape cameras, but even so, that's tiny. I'll need to buy another one of those as a spare, and in fact I'll come to that sort of issue in a second video I'm going to do about accessories for the camcorder. This is the remote control, quite a diddy little remote control unit with all the usual functions on it: zoom out, zoom in, start, stop, mess about with the menus. I don't often use those, but it is always nice to have them, just in case you're trying to record something from a distance. That's the little battery, watch battery that goes with the remote control. What else is inside here? That is an HDMI cable. Don't know if you can quite see the ends there, but you know, bog standard HDMI. Doesn't look terribly long, but long enough, I suppose, that if you want to plug the camcorder into your telly, it would reach. Going further still. Now this is the mains adapter for the camcorder, but notice it is not a battery charger. There is no way you can actually put the battery on this to charge it up. It is simply a mains adapter that plugs with that into the camcorder and you charge the battery on the camcorder. Very annoying. I would rather have an external charger so that I can be charging one battery while I'm using another one on the camcorder, but this way you have to plug it into the camera to charge. That is rather annoying and frankly a bit cheap of Canon, I'd have thought, when you're paying this much money for a camcorder, because this is their top of the line model and it's not cheap. I paid £780, I think, £790. Only a couple of weeks ago it was £850, so actually it's a bit of a bargain, but it's still quite expensive, and I would expect to get a little charger, especially given the price of third-party chargers, and they're not expensive. Again, I'll come to that in my accessories video. Final couple of bits, I think, in there. That is a USB cable. You probably can't see there, but it's USB. And that's your standard analog video out. I have so many of those cables kicking around, I don't know what to do with them. And there's one other thing down there. That is a funny little stylus pointer thing that you can use to access the touch screen on the camera, but I mean, inevitably, I'll just end up using my finger and thumb, so that'll probably get lost. Right, the moment of truth itself, the actual camcorder, the Legria / Vixia HF-G25 / G20. Let's just take that out of the way. Here it is, all wrapped up in its lovely bubble wrap. And out it comes. So, it is quite a meaty beast. I mean, this is not a tiny camcorder. Let me show you by way of example. That is my little holiday handy cam, a Panasonic, very low cost, cheap and cheerful, point and shoot camcorder. Look at the size difference between them. I don't know if I can quite... There, that's a better shot, isn't it? Look at the size. This Canon is an absolute beast of a thing. And even the sort of size-wise that way, it's, yeah, it's like its little baby brother. Anyway, that's the point and shoot. This is the item of interest. It's good. It's solid feeling. It looks like it's nicely constructed. Obviously nice strap there. I should have brought scissors to get rid of that. I tell you what, I'm going to get some scissors. Hold on, stand by.